What do you think?
Well, I'm listening to that. I'm listening to Jeffrey too, because I had forgotten some of the changes he made in the piano part, which was really good. And the one thing that surprised me is my greatest influence probably as a musician started very early, and it was from singers. I really loved the voice, and I really wanted to be a singer. And in fact, I studied singing. Well, I had heard a singer in a synagogue, actually, a cantor, and it was so moving that he brought tears to my eyes. So I decided then and there that that's what I was going to be as a singer. And I actually studied the voice a bit, and I sang to an audience, and everybody cried. And I was singing happy songs. So the bass then became my voice, and I've always thought of the bass as voice. And it's amazing to me, listening to a recording so many years ago, just a teenager, that there's such there's a vocal quality to my playing that seems to have started then. I wasn't even aware of it. I thought I had perfected it since the recording was made, because the one thing that I have worked very hard on is to disguise bow changes so that, you know, I can move the bow back and forth and you don't know it, and so it sounds like a singer. And I was surprised that I was able to do that then. I didn't think I was that good.
Well, everybody else did, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's certainly a romantic version of that. I've changed my approach a lot to playing Baroque music, but it's passionate, and I kind of like that.
Now, this record has not been reissued, has it?
No.
Is there a reason for that?
It may be. Well, there is a company in Los Angeles that bought the rights from Golden Crest. And I think that I did 2 recordings from them. I did this one and one of Alec Wilder's music. Mm-hmm. And I think they're going to be re-releasing that fairly soon.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so, because I can tell you that this particular record goes on eBay for at least $50.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
wish I were getting a cut.
Well, the idea about singing brings me to the next recording that I'm going to play, and this also had very strong effects on me as a musician and as a bass player. And it's one of the Russian songs that you did with Jenny Terrell. And I know she was a mentor for you. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I consider her to be my mentor, because I was a student at the Aspen Music Festival, and where I met Stuart Sankey also, and then continued my studies with him at the Juilliard School. But I had attended a performance that Jenny Terrell did of all things the Earl King of Schubert, and I was so blown away by what she did that I wrote her a fan letter. And then a few days later, I was playing in a student concert, and she was curious about this person who had written her this letter, and she came to hear me and then invited me to dinner. That has to be the most thrilling meal I ever had in my entire life. And she said, "Bring your bass along." And so I did, and she put some Russian music down on the piano, and she says, "Do you think you can weave some lines while I'm playing, while I'm singing, weave some lines in and out of the vocal part?" And I said, "I'll give it a try." And it just was, I guess it's sort of in my blood, my Russian background blood, you know, because it was a pretty easy thing to do. And we just sort of meshed. It was really wonderful. And she was my mentor in more ways than that. I actually took lessons from her. She talked a lot about music with me and gave me hints as to what I should be listening to, who I should be listening to, what I should be listening for. And in addition to that, she's the one who introduced me to Bernstein, so that started things off for my career.
And how old were you then?
18 and 19.
18.